throughout the next several days as singles play begins. But clearly all the buzz is around tennis superstar Jack Sock taking the court here at Lifetime. So much anticipation, so much talk in the tennis and pickleball world. Perhaps the most highly anticipated debut in pickleball that we've ever seen.
Well, we did see him in the Bubbly Championships in Vegas, where he came out, he did some exhibition type stuff, but it was just, he was kind of hands down the most impressive of all four of the tennis pros that played. You just saw he had the game, he had the knowledge, and he was serious about it. And so now all of a sudden he's entering his first pro event. Going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Going to get a chance to see him play here in round number one. Anton Goods, his opponent. You've watched this young man play many times before. North Carolina product. He is a Tar Heel. He's got a lot of pressure on him today.
He really does. You know, it's coming right in front of the crowd with playing Jack Sock in his first event. But Anton's been here before. The issue kind of with Anton is which one's going to show up. He's hot, he's cold, but when he's hot and he's striking the ball well, he's going to be very tough. And this is not any sort of a walkover match here for Jack Sock, as Anton comes in a seasoned veteran in singles.
Absolutely loaded field here in men's singles. 82 players vying for a championship. The spotlight, though, the brightest with this professional Jack Sock. He resides here in Charlotte. In fact, he really got into the sport of pickleball whenever he moved here to the area. And here we go. The talk, the anticipation, the hype.
Time in. 0-0.
Play begins right now.
Right away, Drew, showing his length and athleticism, shutting the door down the forehand side.
0-0.
And that one just a little bit long. The skills of pickleball, the builds, the dinking. Of course, we'll see that in doubles,
0-0.
but the skills of Sock tailor-made for this great game. And again, just goes to work.
Yeah, and you're just going to see his creativity come out as well. He's been playing tennis his whole life, knows how to handle a racket, paddle.
0-0.
And that's another gorgeous look, and he's on the board.
Well, that's what you're going to see, too, is you're going to see him create a lot of shape on his shots.
1-0.
And keep that ball in, just like he did right there down the line.
Sock hits it just wide. "30 years old, born in Lincoln, Nebraska, grew up in Kansas City, made his home here in Charlotte. Here he is on the kitchen line, and really aggressive, just picking his shots here in this first game.
He's such a good doubles player in tennis. He anticipates so well, and he does it right there, too, against Goods.
Side out.
He's still trying to dial it in a little bit here and find his way with that kind of topspin roll that he's missed a couple wide and long now. He'll figure it out here. That's just dirty.
Side out.
A little inside-out drop shot from Jack Sock right in the kitchen. Dudes, no answer for that.
1-0.
So 1-0 lead. Sock to serve again.
Side out.
And side out back to Goods here. Of all the events, singles, mixed doubles, men's doubles, what do you think his best chances are to earn a spot on top of the podium?
Gets that ball down the line, does Goods, and even it up. But, you know, you asked which one. I think both doubles events. He's got a shot playing with two veteran partners in Leigh Waters and Tyson McGuffin.
Just wide from Goods. Sock will have to serve once again.
So you're seeing Sock use this cut forehand return a lot so far.
1-1.
Putting a lot of pressure on Goods with a slower, soft cut return.
Side out.
Sock not able to take advantage of the scoring chance here early.
1-1.
Bit of a slow start for both players. And that's on the line again.
Point.
Yeah, Sock looked at it a little bit and almost didn't know whether to call it in or out, and he's like, hey, give him benefit of the doubt, it's in.
2-1.
Looked in from here.
First lead for Anton.
Point. 3-1.
Oh, beauty from Jack Sock.
That's a great ball down the line right there.
out.
And what the best part of that point, though, is he dropped that backhand in, a little drop
1-3.
shot, and set up that forehand winner down the line.
Point.
Well, now he's starting to get dialed in a little bit here. I think that drop shot, too, is kind of a litmus to see if he can get
2-3.
that in there. Does. Now starting to dial in the forehand.
Point.
Well, inside out there, too. And, again, he's going to be very crafty. Knows what he wants to do here. Goods thinks he's going to come right at his body. He goes inside out.
So now tied at 3. Of course, much more pressure in an event like this than in a team event that we
3-3.
saw back in December. Jack Sock will have to
Side
relied
out.
on more consistently. You got to make point after point here on the Carvana PPA Tour.
3-3.
That's a nice
Point.
volley right there from Goods, getting that ball out of the air, not allowing Sock to set his feet.
4-3.
Gets him a little off balance, takes the lead.
And just
Point.
wide, Goods is going to take a 2-point lead, 5-3.
5-3.
Just
Side out.
using his length right there is Jack Sock, and Goods kind of smiling as he comes back to the baseline.
Any adjustments at this point need to be
3-5.
made for Sock.
No, none early on here, just finding his groove. Just a little long on that forehand, and it's a
Point.
good question early on. Is there any adjustments? Is there anything we're looking for that needs a change? No, he's just not
4-5.
grooved in yet. He is finding that forehand topspin right there. He's dialing it in. I think early on he was hitting it a little too hard, and now he's kind of got it dialed in. Watch right
Timeout,
here,
receiver,
forces the pop
1
up, and he's
minute.
not going to miss that.
And that brings us to our first timeout, the event where tennis players have the most success coming into pickleball. That is in singles, and it's not uncommon to see success early on, but then when pickleball players see it, make the adjustment, that's where the challenge really lies. Take a look at the career of Jack Sock, certainly a jack of all trades. 4 singles titles, but he's really made his mark in the doubles game.
I mean, just look at that resume. I mean, it speaks for itself right there. The resume of Jack Sock on a tennis court. Now it's pickleball. So let's see what he can do here. And so far, I like what I see. I like what I saw in the bubbly. I'm liking what I see early on. A consummate professional is going to make adjustments in game, and that's exactly what he's doing here early on. He's making these adjustments in game to kind of figure it out. And so now Goods pulled away, was up 3-1, Sock tied at 3-3. Goods pulls away again, 5-3, Sock ties it at 5. Goods calls the timeout here. I like the timeout from Goods because the last thing
Receiver,
he
you have
needs
1
is a
timeout
hot Jack
remaining.
Sock
You
to
have
get
2
going here and
timeouts
get in a groove.
remaining. Time in, 5-5.
Are you serious with that lob? That was absolutely phenomenal. He made it look like it was easy, and that was not. He dropped that in.
6-5.
Absolutely thrilled to have you with us this morning. From Charlotte, North Carolina, Drew Felios, Dom Catalano, Jack Sock,
Point.
tennis pro, in action here to lead off our coverage. And he has extended his lead
7-5.
over Anton Goots to 7-5. That one's just
Side
long.
out.
Anton will have side out.
Yeah, just a little overhit there, and Sock kind of shaking his head as he walks
5-7.
back.
And that is the
Side
shot that
out.
Anton right now is having a lot of problems with.
So if I'm Goods, I'm really trying to force the action to Sock's backhand. I want to get him running to his forehand and get the ball to his
7-5.
backhand, because Sock right now is running around that forehand
Left.
because
Reserve.
that's what he wants. He hasn't hit many backhands. So if I'm Goods, I'm going to
7-5.
try and get it to that backhand, force him to hit it.
And
Well,
that's just long again.
He does, and he hits an absolute
Point.
perfect drop shot on the backhand side, does Sock.
8-5.
Largest lead here for Jack Sock, 8-5. And whips a
Point.
passing shot right by Goods.
Well, again, he holds it on his paddle right there so long. Watch this. Almost makes Goods commit onto his
Timeout,
left foot,
receiver. 1 minute.
and then passes him on the right side.
9-5.
So Sock starting to really find his groove here on championship court. All eyes on the tennis superstar here over the next several days. There are 920 players overall competing in this OS1st North Carolina Open presented by Intralinks. But again, Jack Sock getting most of the attention for this event. Anton Goods has really worked his way up through the sport of pickleball, feels right at home here in North Carolina, but a very tough draw facing Jack Sock, somebody out to prove his game this morning.
No, he's had some success on the singles side of thing, has Anton Goods. Has had some big wins on the circuit, but again, never can really get that continuous run going like we talked about early on, hot and cold. But here, again, he's got a big task to come back here against Jack Sock.
9-5. Side out.
Error on the serve, side out now to Anton Goods, trying to battle his way
5-9.
back.
Point.
That's a good drop shot there from Goods. Get that ball at the feet of Jack Sock.
6-9.
Well
Point.
played by both players, and Anton gets the point.
Yeah, good construction by Sock, getting Goods sideline to sideline, but
7-9.
can't finish right there. Another good drop from Goods.
Side out.
Goods kind of glares at that line, wondering if he should have let that go.
Yeah, it was close to being out, but I think it did drop on that line.
9-7.
But a good run there from Goods.
Oh, nearly came back and kept that ball alive.
Well,
Side
Sock
out.
overran it. He actually thought it was going to go further to his forehand side, and he overruns it.
7-9.
And that is in.
Point.
Anton Goods with his best shot of the match, and it's 9-8.
Well, a nice little 3-0 run here from Goods to get back in. It was down 9-5.
8-9.
That's it
Side
wide.
out.
So Sock will have a chance here with 2 points to take game number 1.
9-8.
Good first game we've seen here from Charlotte.
Point. He called it out.
That ball looks like it hits the back line,
It was good. Okay.
and it will be in here, so give him the point.
10-8.
The score now 10-8, game point. Oh, how about that for an exclamation mark?
Wow, the fact that he gets this
11-8.
backhand back in and then rips the forehand winner past Goods. Great finish to game 1 for Jack Sock.
So 11-8, Jack Sock. Solid start here from Lifetime in Charlotte. Stay with us.
official sock sponsor of pickleball. Stay in the game with OS1st Socks with Purpose and compression bracing designed for comfort, injury prevention, and improved recovery. OS1st is the official sock brand of pickleball and the PPA Tour. Visit www.thepickleballsock.com to learn more.
My name is Leigh Waters, and I'm a professional pickleball player. My daughter, Anna Lee, is my doubles partner, and her 16th birthday is coming up. It'd be great to get her a car, and Carvana has helped us make that dream come true. They have thousands of options, and I'm a mom, so of course I want Anna Lee to have something safe. Anna Lee has absolutely no idea about this car, so I told her we're going to Carvana's vending machine for a photo shoot. Drum roll.
I think this belongs to you.
Oh my gosh, what? Happy Sweet 16, Anna Lee.
Experience it for yourself at Carvana.com.
Back here at the OS1st North Carolina Open presented by Intralinks. First match of our coverage throughout the week. Drew Felios, Dom Catalano with you here. Anton Goots in the far court. Jack Sock. A successful game number one, but it certainly was not easy, Dom.
No, it took a little while to get a groove going, but again, he's a professional. He knows what he's doing, figured it out, dialed it in, and took game number one. Best thing too, no one's gonna be harder on Jack Sock than Jack Sock. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. When he's frustrated, he shows it, but he figures it out. That's just good point construction from Sock as he had Goods sideline to sideline again.
0-0.
Very impressed with the movement, the footwork here early on.
Well, Sock, he's used to covering a court 3 times this size, so this has got to be a little easier for him court coverage-wise.
Oh, beautiful from Anton Goots.
Yeah, holds this on the paddle, uses 2 hands, almost gives the impression that he's going to rip this 2-hander and then pulls it cross court.
Hard time getting to that. Jack Sock with another winner, and he'll have an opportunity to score once more.
Well, you can't go to sleep on his striking ability. And what Sock does so well is he strikes the ball so well, hits it so clean. And even that ball's high, but he hits it well. He's got some shape on it. So it's creating a little bit of an issue here for Goods.
2-0.
Oh, absolutely paints that line on that right side.
3-0.
And another one just inside the back line. The winner's starting to mount up here on Anton Goots, and he trails 4-0 out of the gates in game 2.
And the court mic picks up Anton Goods going too good. And that ball's passing Goods head height, but he sees the top spin that Jack Sock has on it, and he knows it's gonna drop. Beautifully done by Jack Sock.
You live this game of pickleball, Tom, and you know, and I think we all know, there's somewhat of a divide between tennis and pickleball, somewhat of a connection as well, but Jack Sock says he wants to bridge those two worlds together.
He does, and he sees that there's such a relationship between tennis and pickleball that both can coexist at the same time. And no one better right now than one of the best doubles players on the American side of things in Jack Sock than to bridge that gap. And you just look at him right now on camera, as you see him, look at the smile on his face. He's having a good time, he's enjoying it. But again, as the day goes on, and if he's still in this, that smile is going to go away a little bit more every round, and he's going to dial it in. But right now, he's having a good time. But again, as soon as the rounds get deeper, quarters, semis, if you get into a winner bracket final, it's going to be totally different mentality because he knows what to do. He knows that kind of zone he needs to get into. But again, no one better than Jack. He's such a nice guy. I've met him a few times to bridge that gap between tennis and pickleball.
4-0 lead here for Sock in game 2. Oh, wow.
Just showing off his court coverage, right? His length, his athleticism. And then when he gets to the ball on a full sprint, what he can do with that ball is incredible.
And now 6-0. There are some in the pickleball world who feel like if he continues to just do his thing and improve, he could be amongst the best very soon. But still dedicated to the sport of tennis, Dom, but eventually that could change.
Yeah, we're looking forward to, we've heard rumors of him playing a very heavy 2024 pickleball schedule. We'll see that when it comes out.
And finally a side out going back to Anton Goods, but 7 points in a row.
And you hear, like, you know, him playing a heavy 2024 schedule would just be great for the sport of pickleball. Just the swinging volleys out of the air too. Such good control from Sock. You know, if you think the other players too don't know he's serious, on the Pickle Juice podcast this week, Zook talked with Jack Sock and Leigh Waters, and Leigh Waters went to bat for Jack and said, if I didn't think I could win with him, I wouldn't play with him.
And a foot fault called on Anton Goods. Side out coming back to Jack Sock here. Yeah, he will be loaded up with the best partners in the game. Tyson McGuffin on the men's side and Leigh Waters in mixed. That's a shot you don't see often. He nearly pulled it off.
Oh, he tries to hook this back with his forehand as he runs around it. It was maybe about a foot long.
And Goods with the overhead put away.
Sock decided to stay back after that return, and that got him in trouble right there.
Drop shot, a little bit short.
And that's where Goods found some success on the drop shot. Instead of driving that third, dropping that third.
Just sensational.
It's just too good. You think that he threw that lob up not knowing where he was going with it? Absolutely not. When he throws this lob up, he knows it's over Goods' backhand. So he knows he's not going to get a ton on it. Opens up the court, hits the forehand winner.
7-2.
7-2 lead now. Goods trying to dig in.
Point.
And that'll be another point, 8-2 now. Jack Sock with the chance to win in straight games.
Timeout. Receiver 8-2.
So a timeout once again on the court. And when you think of the road for Jack Sock, if he gets by Anton Goods, the potential round 2 matchup with Big Papa Jimmy has got a lot of people talking here on the Carvana PPA Tour.
I mean, are we just going to keep Jack here on center court? We just keep throwing him back out there? Because everyone wants to see this. And again, that matchup too with Ignatowich would be electric, because again, you're going to see those smiles drop off the face of Sock a little more, because there's no way he wants to come out here and lose. He's going to bring it to Ignatowich if that matchup happens in that second round.
As far as the amount of energy exerted here in singles pickleball, again, smaller court, a lot quicker, but as you take a look at Jack Sock, clearly it's had an effect on him.
So talk about tennis to pickleball, right? So you compare the two to like a track team. You're on a track team, and if you're a distance runner and a sprinter, we're on the same team, but we're totally different events. Talk about tennis. Tennis is more of a distance running event. Pickleball's more of a sprint. You're talking about fast twitch muscles, much more sprinting involved. Tennis is more of a, I gotta wear you out. It's like running a marathon. So again, kind of finding that gap and bridging that gap. But Sock coming from playing a lot in a heavy doubles tennis schedule, he gets that, so he understands that. But right now, again, he's looking very good. He's covering court. He's using his length and he's using his skill that he's developed years and years of tennis to his advantage here on the pickleball court.
Time in. 8-2. Side out.
Just long. It'll be a side out to Anton Goods.
Goods asked Sock if he made that, because might have been an out ball Sock played, but he played it anyway.
Point.
And that one clearly long. 3-8 now.
So the issue right now for Sock when he's running around there trying to pull that forehand, he's getting just a little too big with it. He's got to shorten up a little bit on it, and he'll adjust that to keep that in. But he's getting just a little too big.
And wide from Goods.
Side out. Side out.
And that's the first service error we've had here in this match.
3-8. Point.
Four to one run here for Anton Goods.
Side out.
That's just dirty again. And Sock shaking his head because he's like, he has that shot. He knows he has that shot. He just wants to dial it in a little more.
Both players having a little fun here.
Side out.
And Sock has not scored here in quite some time, been stuck on 8.
4-8.
Anton Goods trying to battle back. Oh.
Side out.
Well, we mentioned James Ignatowich and a potential matchup with Jack Sock, but that is not going to happen. Naveen Beasley eliminates Big Papa Jimmy.
2-0.
Point.
Again, Goods upset with himself over that, but again, Sock's got so much topspin on it that as it gets to him, it's dipping down, and Goods just not adjusting to that.
Point.
And now we are at match point. Jack Sock on the verge of his first singles victory here on the Carvana PPA Tour. And there it is.
Match 11-4.
So the 20 seed, Jack Sock, stares down the competition and the pressure and wins in 2.
Yeah, very impressive first match there for Jack Sock in his first professional event. Great job taking down Goods 8-4, and he'll move on to the second round.
Don't forget, he is Charlotte's own. Crowd loves him here at Lifetime. Stay tuned.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
Pioneered by revolutionary technology, backed by relentless research, we bring you an unmatched quality of product. Made right here in the USA, each performance paddle is engineered to perfection and built to last. Because when it comes to the sport we all love, quality and performance matter.
I don't think she's feeling it right now.
I'll be on my phone all week. Looks like somebody needs a little Hertz TLC.
Liv, you're on vacation, but I don't think you're feeling it.
Yeah. Huh?
Please, your phone. It's okay.
Hand it over.
Yeah, you're good. Go enjoy yourself. Sam.
You feeling it now? Let's go.
Everyone needs a break sometimes.
She's feeling it.
Let's go.
We welcome you back to the Lifetime in Charlotte, North Carolina. Second year hosting the OS1st North Carolina Open presented by Intralinks. Our menu for the next 4 days. Today it's all about the singles game on the men's and women's side. Tomorrow we switch gears to mixed doubles. Can't wait for that. Saturday, men's and women's doubles. And then Championship Sunday awaits. The gold medal matches coming your way, and each event just getting bigger and better on the Carvana PPA Tour. Jack Sock has joined us, and Jack, you have had some pressure-packed moments throughout your athletic career. Where does today rank taking the court here in Charlotte?
I mean, yeah, not so much pressure. I was excited. I was very excited to play. I've been obviously getting into pickleball over probably the last year a lot more. I think the Vegas event in December really kind of hooked me on everything, and it's just I love competing. I'm a very, very competitive person, so obviously I've been playing tennis for a very long time, and I still love it. Still have things I want to accomplish in the sport, but to have another outlet to be able to compete, and hopefully at a high level like this, and if I can kind of prove myself, then it's just another fun way to get out here and keep going.
From tennis to pickleball, what has been the biggest challenge making that adjustment?
Honestly, just learning the nuances of the game. I feel like things that I really enjoy in tennis, especially on the doubles side of things, it's kind of like this: the feel shots, the angles, the cat and mouse, the soft game, and as they call it here in pickleball, is something I really enjoy. And obviously, this is my first event, my first day in an event, so for me, it's just getting my feet wet. Learning everything, but yeah, I mean, I think the little nuances and the fun strategy of pickleball is a lot of fun. Jack, Dominic Catalano over here. Rumor has it that you're going to be playing a little bit of a heavier 2024 pro pickleball schedule. No. How excited are you, though, to get on the court and compete with these pickleball professionals, and what's it mean to you? Yeah, I'm very excited. I think things are being taken out of context a little bit with regards to how much I'm going to be playing in the near future. Obviously, down the road, some ways, I'll definitely be involved in the pickleball world and playing a good schedule, just because I love the game, and it's bringing a new, like you said, new competitive side of things, a new kind of fresh start at something, learning something all over again, and. But yeah, in regards to a schedule and how much I'm going to be playing, I'm not so sure next year, but I guess time will tell.
And Jack, can you assess your performance against Anton Goots, the match we just saw?
Yeah, I think it was solid. For my first match ever, it was solid. I expected a little more from myself, especially I feel like similar to tennis, I think serving that first forehand drive for me, especially in singles, has been nasty here for a while. I've been working on it for the singles side and been hitting a lot better than I did today. But
obviously some factors with first match ever. I swear there's a fan here that's blowing the wiffle ball that way pretty good. So I missed everything long on this side. You can feel like a breeze coming down, but probably overthinking it. But no, it was a blast. I'm happy to get through and just kind of keep seeing what I can do. Yeah.
Final question, Jack. Lots of eyes from both the tennis and pickleball worlds watching you compete. Some kind of living vicariously through you here this morning. Do you have a message for both worlds here today as you go for gold?
You know, honestly, I have a pretty cool story I want to try to tell. I want to be able to play both sports, maybe simultaneously at the same time based on a schedule. And I kind of want to be the bridge, kind of be that gap between. I know there's some folks on both sides that aren't too happy with the other based on court availability and resurfacing, all that type of stuff. But I don't see why we can't all live in a happy world and thoroughly enjoy both. I mean, tennis has brought me so many amazing things, and now pickleball is a fresh, new, exciting thing. And I think if you're involved in one or the other, you can definitely be involved in both, and both lifelong sports and incredible in their own ways. So yeah, hopefully we get somewhere in the middle there.
Jack, we're happy you're with us. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Jack Sock joining us from on court here on the Carvana PPA Tour as he sets his sights on round 2. Competition continues from Charlotte in just a moment.
Ahead, because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Gearbox introduces the all-new CX-14 Ultimate Power with SST Core. All-new power band technology, delivering controlled, effortless power. All technology, every shot.
Follow your vibe. Busy Hard Seltzer, flavor for every vibe.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the OS1st North Carolina Open. Our storylines here over the next 4 days. Jack Sock, we had a chance to watch him take the court here this morning, and we are going to see him again. Not your usual first tournament partners with Tyson McGuffin and Leigh Waters. Exciting to watch that the next few days. And then Catherine Parenteau. Let's not talk about Catherine alongside Ryan Sherry as well. Those two storylines we're going to be following for sure.
Yeah, no, and I go back to not your usual first-time partners. I'm really kind of liking and looking forward to seeing the James Ignatowich, Tyler Loom partnership. I'm really excited to see how that kind of shapes up because I think Tyler plays a game that's going to help Ignatowich play too. So I'm very excited to see those two guys play together. And then, you know, as always, your defending champion here for singles, Ryan Sherry. He's been practicing a lot. He's posted a lot of videos down there at the Underground in Fort Myers, working out, getting ready for this. He is a very proud man, and he is very looking forward to defending his championship here.
Going to head over to the grandstand court now, get a little bonus coverage. Dylan Frazier is back in the singles game, taking on Matthew Barlow. So Dylan Frazier Great to see him back in the singles game, coming off a doubles victory with J.W. Johnson in Newport Beach.
Yeah, and we got a little bit, kind of a surprise on that first round with Patriquin and Shick. We were talking about that before we went on air, Drew, on how that was going to be a good matchup. And Patriquin coming out on top over Collin Shick, 11-4, 12-10. So that was a great second game, obviously, there in that first round matchup.
And Hayden Patriquin going to get a chance to see him against Tyson McGuffin. Those two have got a nice rivalry dating back to the Major League Pickleball event as Dylan Frazier continues to score on Barlow here. So I don't think we've ever been a part of a PPA Tour event with this many juicy storylines, Dom. It is going to be something else.
No, they're all over the place. We don't have enough time to go over everything that we're looking forward to this weekend, but as you see Dylan Frazier kind of cruising along here so far in game number 1.
Dylan Frazier, a player that does not have a tennis background, came right into the sport of pickleball and is just a natural, one of the most respected players you're going to see in this game.
And right there on cue is something that Dylan Frazier's been working on, that two-handed backhand. Nice start here for Frazier, up 5, make it 6-0 on Barlow. It looks like a timeout here from Barlow as he cannot find a rhythm here in game number 1.
Beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. What a great sports town this is. Carolina Panthers, heart of NASCAR as well, and the Carvana PPA Tour coming here for the second straight year. Last year, a memorable event. Mentioned Ryan Sherry winning men's singles and delivering, I think, the best interview we have ever seen in the sport of pickleball.
If you ever want a soundbite, let's find Ryan Sherry and we'll get one, because that interview last year was legendary from the Share Bear.
Tyson McGuffin on the court, starting to get loose as he awaits his second round opponent. So it'll be McGuffin and Patriquin. It's going to be fun here on Championship Court. Stay tuned.
Don't let discomfort slow you down. Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
The Hyundai Tucson comes with America's best warranty. It's like a mental vacation from worry that no other brand offers. Free from worry on ski trips, at the beach, don't get too sandy now, or way out in wherever. Take a mental vacation, or a vacation in the Hyundai Tucson, and leave those worries behind. The Hyundai Tucson, with America's best warranty.
Welcome to the big time. Hayden Patriquin, the 17-year-old, is on the court, coming in the number 14 seed in a big-time win over Collin Shick, the darling of Daytona earlier this year on the Carvana PPA Tour. He's got his hands full with Tyson McGuffin.
Oh, there's it all fun, but no love lost between McGuffin and Patriquin here from MLP, between the New York Hustlers and the New Jersey Fives. As the first event when we were in Mesa, McGuffin was saying, "I don't lose the kids." And then Patriquin returning the favor, saying, I don't lose to old men. When we were over in Daytona. So this ought to be a fun one here. All the storylines point to a good one here.
Tyson McGuffin making headlines over the last several months. We thought he was going to be banked up in 2023. The injury slowed him at the start of the year, but has he ever kicked it into overdrive? His doubles play has been sensational, and he won singles gold at the Red Rock Open in Utah.
Yeah, he did, and so he's looking to defend his title and go back-to-back here. He also took a title with Brendan Long in doubles, so looking to do that again, but not playing with Brendan Long. He'll be playing alongside the gentleman we just saw play, Jack Sock.
Hayden Patriquin, I mentioned he was 17 years old, actually looks younger. Been pro since 2022, so just a year. He's from California. Uses that Franklin paddle, and he has no shortage of confidence, that's for sure.
You have two guys on court that have no shortage of swag on the court between Patriquin and McGuffin. Patriquin with that gold chain always hanging out. The only reason he doesn't have his sunglasses on is because we're inside here in Charlotte, but Patriquin has all the shots, has the game, and now we'll see what he can do up against Tyson McGuffin here on championship court in the second round.
Hayden Patriquin has really excelled in team pickleball. You mentioned MLP and how he was a dominant player at the last MLP event. But it's a different challenge, isn't it, whenever you take center stage at the Carvana PPA Tour?
No, it totally is, and you mentioned it, Drew. From event 1 in Mesa to event 2 in Daytona, Patriquin fixed it a little bit. He was on energy level 150 when we were in Mesa, and he took it down a notch to about 90 when we were in Daytona, and that helped him calm down. Now, you can get excited in your team events and whatnot, but you gotta keep an even keel. You don't wanna be too high, too low. He fixed that a little bit, and that's what made him so effective in that second event in Daytona. Looking forward to San Clemente.
As far as the skills, great deception in his game. Sometimes you simply don't know where he is going, do you?
No, absolutely not. He does have all those kind of inside out kind of, we want to call them trick shots. They are very purposeful, but McGuffin the same thing. With McGuffin though, you know you're going to get him running around that forehand. He talks about his forehand all the time, how he's trying to get to it. It's not that he doesn't like his backhand, but he knows that his forehand is his strength. So we're going to look to Patriquin to try and get to that backside of McGuffin, force him into hitting a backhand rather than running around that forehand.
Crowd packed in here at the Lifetime in Charlotte. We're expecting standing room only crowds throughout the weekend. Championship Sunday. Hayden Patriquin, one of the biggest matches that he has had thus far on the Carvana PPA Tour. Mano y mano with one of the greats of the game, Tyson McGuffin. 0-0. Here we go.
And right away, Patriquin doing exactly what we talked about right before we got on here, is trying to find the backhand of McGuffin. You want to avoid that forehand, but just can't finish on that third ball.
0-0.
Tyson having to cover all the court, and still Patriquin drops in a winner.
Well, Patriquin did a good job of staying calm, cool, and collected up at the kitchen line, not trying to do too much. He just knew that he could eventually wear out McGuffin sideline to sideline.
How about that passing shot?
Point.
To get on the board here.
Well, McGuffin was leaning to his backhand side, and Patriquin fooled him going forehand down the line.
1-0. Side out. Zero, 1. Point.
And there's that inside out forehand from McGuffin. Get some tailing action on it, moving away from Patriquin.
1-1. Side out.
Patriquin looking at McGuffin. He stopped playing because he goes, I was in the kitchen. So he stopped the point.
2-1.
Oh, tremendous skill from the 17-year-old.
Yeah, nice job on the overhead with the backhand and creating
Side
a
out.
good angle there.
1-2.
And a drop shot executed to perfection to the crowd's approval.
Well, I thought Patriquin hit a good backhanded drop shot right there, but McGuffin able to take that out of the air and drop it in.
2-1.
Good volley out of the air there from Patriquin as he gets McGuffin just stretched out enough that he can't keep that ball in cross court.
One, two.
Oh, Hayden Patriquin.
Point.
Tremendous backhand once again.
What's become a patent shot to him is that backhand cross-court winner. He does such a good job of creating topspin on it to keep it in.
2-2. Point. Three, two. Side out.
Another good serve from Patriquin to start off that point. I thought McGuffin mishit it, but he just gets it up and over.
2, 3. Side out.
So Tyson McGuffin, 33 years old, taking on a competitor nearly half his age.
You're calling out Tyson on his age there, Drew.
3, 2.
But what McGuffin lacks in youth, he makes up in hard work. And he is one of the first guys in the gym and last to leave as he's trying to keep his body in shape to compete with these youngsters.
2, 3.
Just has a way of not just competing at the highest level, but entertaining as well.
Point.
I think he is certainly the Andre Agassi of the sport of pickleball, isn't he?
Absolutely, he's got that late 80s Andre hair flare going on right now.
And that shot
Side
just
out.
goes awry. So side out, we're knotted at 3. So many youngsters going to be following the progress of Hayden Patriquin and his ascension in the pickleball world. Big test here right now.
Three, 3.
Winner for McGuffin.
That's twice he's found that spot on the backhand side of Patriquin. He's got Patriquin leaning just a little on the right foot there.
4, 3.
Beautiful passing shot from Tyson McGuffin.
As we watch these two outstanding competitors go at it, have to mention no Ben Johns here at this North Carolina Open. He is watching somewhere, we imagine.
3, 4.
Certainly opens up the field.
Nice job by Patriquin keeping that ball in again. Keeps that shape on it, able to dip that in on the sideline. Beautifully done by the youngster.
Correction, referee correction, point. 4, 4.
Patriquin nearly had it, was able to get to it. Both players having a laugh.
Well, McGuffin smiling because if Patriquin gets that up and over, McGuffin's got no chance because he was guessing forehand. But Patriquin just doesn't get it up and over.
4-4. Side out.
Just wide from McGuffin. The fact that this is an indoor event, majority of players prefer the indoor game, do you think, or would rather an outdoor game? No, that's a loaded question. We'll talk about it here after this point.
Patriquin doesn't give me a lot of time to think about it. But no, I mean, ideal conditions inside for the most part. No wind, no sun, anything like that. Controlled temperature. But again, a lot of players do like playing outside, playing in the elements. It gives you a different feel. So again, I think it would differ from player to player. But again, right now, at the Lifetime venue in Charlotte, beautiful venue, good setup. I think visually everything is fine. So I don't think any of the players complaining about anything inside here.
Point.
Nice inside out forehand again from McGuffin. He's found that side 3 times now.
Back and forth here in game 1. Another point for Tyson McGuffin at 6-4.
Point. 6-4. Point.
And best run now for Tyson so far in this match. And we've got a timeout on the court.
Yeah, McGuffin looking really good right now. He's kind of zoned in to what he's doing right now. And again, the thing of it is like making adjustments in game, right? It was like 1-1, 2-2, we got a 4-4, and now McGuffin just pulling away, making those in-game adjustments.
You know what I love about Tyson McGuffin, Dom? Lately, we've seen a lot of trash talking in the game, a lot of chatter, a lot of chirping. From McGuffin, it's always directed towards the crowd. It's never directed individually at a particular player. He will never try and show anybody up.
No, he's not. He's playing to the crowd. I mean, he's got the mullet going, the 80s Agassi look. But again, he's trying to play up that crowd. And you see it, especially in like we get into the team events in MLP, or even here later in the rounds where the crowd's going to be filled in. When he starts pumping his chest and pounding on his chest, he's looking into the stands. He's looking to his team. In a team event, he's looking to his bench. So it's really not anything personal. He's looking to get the crowd going and get them involved. So again, Tyson, a great ambassador for our sport of pickleball.
Yeah, he and wife Megan, very recognizable faces on the Carvana PPA Tour. They've got 4 children, very busy family life. They try and juggle city to city, not just playing in tournaments, coaching as well and making appearances.
It's hard enough traveling on my own right now, let alone traveling with his wife. You got 4 kids traveling with you. It's a lot. And then to focus on what you came to do and play pickleball, it's very difficult, but Tyson does it better than anybody.
1 timeout, 2 timeouts.
Current referees here, Walt Hooker and Tom Richardson.
Time in, 7-4.
McGuffin serving up 7-4. Those are the types of shots that Hayden Patriquin has in the tool belt.
Nice little flip from Patriquin, holds it on his paddle long enough to get McGuffin moving one way, and he goes the other. Great timeout from Patriquin. Right out of the timeout, gets the quick hold, and then gets on the board immediately after.
5-7.
Talked about McGuffin being the Andre Agassi of pickleball. On the other side, Hayden Patriquin kind of reminds me of the Steph Curry of pickleball. What do you think? The array of shots and how he does it so effortlessly.
Yes, absolutely. He's got it all in his toolbox. A little long on that volley from Patriquin. That's a tough lead for McGuffin. That was a lot closer than I think he thought it was going to be.
8-5.
Oh, what a shot from Tyson.
A little paddle clap from Patriquin as he says, that's just too good right there. Again, the creativity there also from McGuffin, pulling that forehand cross court for the winner.
9-5.
And that ball looks like it was wide. Patriquin questioning whether it was out.
I think he framed it near the handle right there instead of getting it clean.
10-5.
And ball goes long on the overhead.
Game point now for McGuffin. And there it is, Tyson McGuffin
11-5.
just runs away with it. 11-5 in game one.
Yeah, great job of taking that ball out of the air from McGuffin again. He lets that bounce. Patriquin gets set, but he doesn't. It takes game one.
The 3 and 14 seed battling from Charlotte. We'll be right back.
Yeah, great job of taking that ball out of the air from McGuffin again. He lets that bounce. Patriquin.
See that thing John Morant has? That's a hypervolt. That thing he uses to warm up and stay loose before he throws it down. That thing Tony Finau uses on course between shots. Ooh, that's money. That thing Robin and I use before and after we're on the bike so we can ride harder tomorrow. That thing Erlen Haaland uses before smashing it into the back of the net. That thing that's for everyone. The Hypervolt from Hyper Ice. Give your body the daily relief it's been asking for.
Tyson McGuffin, 33 years old, not just a great pickleball player, but a pickleball institution. Resides in Idaho. Right now, currently ranked 4 in the world of singles play and a tremendous doubles player as well.
Yeah, Tyson McGuffin, been around the sport for a long time, a veteran of the game, both on the singles side and double side.
15 seconds.
Patriquin got some work ahead of him to do here as he drops game one, 11-5. We'll see if the youngster can bounce back.
Game 2, time in, 0-0. Point. One, 0.
And Patriquin just too much on it that time, and he trails 2-0 here out of the gate.
Two, 0.
See Patriquin right now upset at himself. He's also kind of looking around him. Doesn't look like he's fully comfortable in the element.
No, he's starting to press a little bit right now, trying to do too much with each and every shot. McGuffin trying to go cross-court backhand winner, but much needed side out there for Patriquin as he did not want to dig too deep of a hole.
0-3.
Oh, another winner from McGuffin right on top of the kitchen line.
Yeah, again, McGuffin like a shark in blood-infested waters. He smells it, And he is just going to go after this right now and try and end this in 2.
And discussion about the ball. They'll switch balls here. Both players have to agree as McGuffin takes a look and maybe just gives Patriquin just a moment to take a deep breath.
3-0.
McGuffin saying he can't hear the score. So I like what the referee's going over. The referee's telling him, I'm going to give you hand signals as well. As you watch the referee, will give them a hand signal.
3-0.
And when he points at McGuffin, he's telling him, that's when I've called your score.
McGuffin once again with the jump.
Nice hands battle win there from Tyson McGuffin up at the kitchen line. Good hands from Patriquin, getting a couple of those back, but just too much McGuffin early on in game 2.
He is just on the offensive right now, and when he's on a roll like this, just very little you can do.
Yeah, he's dialed in right now, and again, he's not taking his foot off the gas either.
Point.
Patriquin can't return it, and now disgusted at himself as he heads to the sideline for a timeout.
Yeah, good timeout here from Patriquin. I mean, I might have called it maybe 2 points ago at 4, but he's dug himself a hole. Good job taking the timeout. Now he's got to regroup here. And again, we talk about all the time about these higher seeds coming in, right? Having to play qualifiers, okay? Pickleball still, quote unquote, so new that these qualifiers are dangerous, okay? If I'm a higher seed, I almost want to not be a higher seed having to play these qualifiers, because these qualifiers, the reason they have to play that is because they don't have enough points to get into the main draw. But the thing of it is they're coming in, they are very good, right? And they're winning these qualifiers. Then they got to come in and play a top seed, and you see that. That's exactly what happened with Naveen Beasley against James Ignatowich. Naveen Beasley, a great player, but doesn't have enough points to qualify to get into the main draw, so he has to play that quali, and then all of a sudden he loses, or he beats James Ignatowich, where it's not so much of a surprise.
Players area. See DJ Young right there discussing perhaps a little strategy with Hayden Patriquin. Patriquin looking for anything right now to build on to start to turn this match around. Right now it has been a Tyson McGuffin buzzsaw here on Championship Court.
2 timeouts, 1 timeout. Time in, 6-0.
So serving with a 6-0 lead. And that's why you call timeout.
And a good job right there from Patriquin again, not trying to overhit that last ball after McGuffin got the first overhead back. But now he needs to get on the board here.
Zero, 6. Side out.
Talked about the main difference between team pickleball and play on the Carvana PPA Tour. Sometimes you are really on an island, aren't you, against the best in the world, like Patriquin is right now.
Side out.
Able to get side out here.
Zero, 6.
Nice.
Side out.
And you see Patriquin just kind of looking up to the ceiling going, what do I got to do here to win a point? I'm getting everything back.
6-0. Side out. Zero, 6.
Great job there again from McGuffin, staying on top of that and making sure that he makes Patriquin commit to his side before he puts his ball away. Just doesn't do too much with it.
Six, 0.
Takes advantage of the open court. 7-0.
Just nice and easy there. Doesn't overhit. And just cruising in game 2.
Patriquin comes right back.
McGuffin smiling at him as he hits it, going, nice ball there.
Right out. Zero, 7. Point.
And finally, Patriquin on the board here in game 2.
He's got to put a few together here in a row. You hate saying you have to get a couple. You always want to think 1 point at a time. But the hole that Patriquin's in, he's got to score a couple at a time here.
Trying to get some kind of momentum. This fire's there. In case you're just joining us, we witnessed the debut here on the Carvana PPA Tour of Jack Sock, victorious in round 1.
Great get there from Patriquin just to force McGuffin into another ball. And then McGuffin into the net.
1-7. Point.
There's that crooked number put up on the board here from Patriquin.
2-7.
Oh.
Crafty win of the point right there by McGuffin. I almost think Patriquin played an out ball on the sideline earlier. Oh, might have been on the line right there. But again, great control of the point. And then McGuffin with the little lob winner.
7-2.
Yeah, just incredible fitness level from the 33-year-old.
Side out.
We hear a lot about how taxing singles play is on the body, especially when you got to focus on mixed doubles the very next day, but McGuffin not backing down.
2-7.
Oh, best shot so far in this game, too, from the 17-year-old.
McGuffin loses balance a little bit right there. Can't recover to get back to the winner by Patriquin.
3-7.
And here he comes.
Point.
Youngster coming right back here.
Timeout, receiver, 4.
I think McGuffin feeling that, going to call a timeout here. Is his lead is only 3 points now in game number 2.
So Tyson McGuffin and Hayden Patriquin. One guy has just about seen it all in this great game of pickleball. The other coming up through the ranks. You're going to be hearing a lot more about Hayden Patriquin in the years to come, and it's his generation that I think is going to truly define this sport in the future.
This younger crew of players coming through and coming up in the game are amazing for the game, and they're only going to propel the game to another level. And players like Patriquin, Leigh Waters, J.W. Johnson, Georgia Johnson, all players that we're going to see this weekend are the future of the game. Tyson McGuffin, I don't care if it's 77 degrees in a controlled temperature environment, he's still going to go through his share of shirts and shorts throughout a match.
Put on an incredible show in Newport Beach. Had the ruckus crowd on his side.
One timeout.
Led to a couple disagreements during the match and after the match.
Time in.
Federico Staksrud, Pablo Tellez, victorious over McGuffin and Ignatowich on that day. As this one just goes wide. So much of the sport, though, being defined by all these great moments on the Carvana PPA Tour.
7-4.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is where it starts to get dangerous for anyone on the other side and the rest of the field when McGuffin starts barking to his team in the corner right there.
Side out.
Very close. Patriquin says it's wide.
4-8. Let it replay. 4-8.
Another winner to get side out for McGuffin. McGuffin, if he gets by Patriquin in that next bracket, you got DJ Young, Pablo Tellez, Ryan Sherry vying down there to advance.
Point.
A little long there from Patriquin, and McGuffin now only 2 points away from moving on to that quarterfinal.
9-4. Point.
That's the shot that McGuffin has had in his arsenal this entire match. Patriquin has not had an answer, and here we are, match point.
Ten, 4. Point.
Tyson McGuffin able to finish it off. Hayden Patriquin.
McGuffin.
Game, but overpowered by the veteran, one of the all-time greats, Tyson McGuffin.
Well, great job at the end right there from McGuffin, winning that hands battle up at the kitchen line and winning in convincing fashion, 5-4 over Hayden Patriquin.
The hands so quick, and the veteran taking the youngster to school here early on. Singles play in Charlotte. Don't go away.
Follow your vibe. Busy Hard Seltzer, flavor for every vibe.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
We welcome you back to the Lifetime in Charlotte, North Carolina. The OS1st North Carolina Open presented by Intralinks, and Tyson McGuffin now joins us for a special post-match interview. Tyson, you've got a little rivalry going with Hayden Patriquin dating back to Major League Pickleball. Tell us about the experience of that last match.
Yeah, man, Hayden's a stud. You know, he's one of the new upcomers. Got a lot of talent. Likes to kind of get in your face a little bit, which is all good. That's probably not my style, but big fan of Hayden. The guy's got a lot of upside, and Yeah, I thought I'd serve well, was able to kind of use the forehand. You know, it's kind of like the name of my game. If I can get the serve deep and push him back, usually I can find time to see forehands. If I can hit Ferrari forehands and find different spots, I'm a dangerous, lethal man, if you know what I mean. On the returning side as well, I felt like I was able to neutralize the return, get it deep, use my wheels, guess right, and that is all she wrote.
You started out 2023 a little bit banged up, but Tyson, you've taken your game to another level over the last few months. What has been the key to that resurgence?
Yeah, you know, I think just getting some good people around me, letting my guard down a little bit, kind of letting the resources around me actually kind of marinate in my mindset. I think I was pretty stubborn for the longest time and didn't let a lot of people in. Have a good team around me. I'm playing well. Like I said, you know, I feel dangerous. I feel confident. I'm serving better. I've gained like 10 pounds in muscle, so I feel like this is like the most educated I am as a player. This is the healthiest I've been as a player, and I got a lot of good people around me.
Tyson, Dom here. Looked like you had that forehand inside out dialed in against Patriquin. Were you looking for that a little more there? Because you had him leaning to his forehand side a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm kind of, it's a bit more situational. It's kind of based on what's in front of me. I like to hold my loop and kind of force the returner to pause a little bit. If I can force them to pause, then I can open up some spots, or I can get them leaning the wrong way. So I think the end goal is just going big on the serve, holding the pass, kind of getting them to jump a little bit, and then picking my right poison.
And last question, Tyson, we talk about, you know, you traveling, you know, with Meg, with the kids and everything. How do you stay focused to know that you're coming there to do a job, even though you have your whole family with you?
Well, you know, it takes a village, as we all know. We have 4 beautiful children. My wife is my main support system. She plays a very big role. She is like the hawk that kind of looks over everything. And as long as I listen to her and I listen to the people around me, and I can give my babies, you know, love in the morning and love at night, and we have a babysitter, things usually work out pretty well.
Tyson, actually, one more before we let you go. We know there's a lot of buzz in this tournament. Jack Sock participating. He'll be your partner for men's doubles. Tell us about that extra added incentive here in Charlotte.
Jack Sock is the ultimate gem, man. The guy's super talented, doesn't take himself too serious at all, super laid back, likes to listen to music and dance. I spent the last couple of days with Jack. Having some good food, getting some practice in, and one thing that I've figured out about Jack is that he is not serious at all, man. He's probably one of the most laid-back guys you'll ever meet. Happy to be in his corner, happy to play with him, and happy to call him a friend.
Tyson McGuffin, best of luck the rest of the way, my friend.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man.
So Tyson McGuffin takes care of business in round number 2. Much more coming your way from the Lifetime in Charlotte after this.
If you were the last person on Earth, if there was no one bigger, stronger, or faster, would you still push yourself? Of course you would. Because once you start, you can't stop.
To make it to the game, it takes dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
Thrilled to have you with us from the OS1st North Carolina Open, presented by Intralinks. Sock It To Me, one of the main storylines we're following. Jack Sock victorious in the first round. We're about to see him once again on center stage. not your usual first tourney partners. He's got McGuffin in men's doubles, and Leigh Waters in mixed doubles. So we look forward to that. And then the triple repeat. Catherine Parenteau will be put on the spot, and also Ryan Sherry in the men's singles game as Jack Sock gets set to take center court once again.
Yeah, it looks like we got Jack Sock will be here back on championship court. He will be taking on Naveen Beasley here in the second round, who dismantled James Ignatowich 11-2, 11-0. But again, it's that qualifier that you got to worry about, where these guys come out with no lack of confidence, just a lack of points to get into the main draw. And that's exactly what you have here. Technically on paper, 2 upsets, as Sock took out Goods and Beasley took out Ignatowich, as you have the 20 seed Sock and the 29 seed Naveen Beasley here on championship court.
Dom, I got a question for you. Have you ever played or seen beach tennis before?
Yes, I have. So we live in Florida, Drew. Come on. So I have a friend of mine who's also a pickleball player, Ignacio D'Elia. Okay. Call him Nacho. He's a very good pickleball player, but he plays professional beach tennis and is a constant on the professional beach tennis tour. He still is looking to get me out on the court and play, but yes, I have seen it, and the translation from that as well to pickleball has helped him along the way. Are you hinting at something here, Drew?
Naveen Beasley, extraordinary at beach tennis, and it's helped him big time in the world of pickleball. Of course, you're playing in sand, a lot tougher to move. Based out of Los Angeles, California, he'll take on Jack Sock, the tennis pro here momentarily. So clearly, all worlds of paddle colliding here in Charlotte.
I mean, you come from tennis, racquetball, you have beach tennis, you have all these different sports that kind of culminate in the skill of pickleball here. And again, you got tennis and beach tennis here taking on each other on championship court in a pickleball second round matchup.
Yeah, we've seen racquetball players come over. Miguel De La Rosa doing his thing here on the Caravana PPA Tour. But I think the one sport that could produce some of the most lethal pickleball players eventually is badminton. So many players talk about facing badminton players and how their skills just translate incredibly to the pickleball court.
Well, there's a gentleman who plays pickleball. His name is Hendry Winarto. Hendry used to live in Orlando and run the Clear One Badminton Center up there. He was a badminton pro, came into pickleball, is a very good pickleball player, but ended up moving up north to take over another badminton facility, and he's not playing that much pickleball anymore. But guys like that, when he would get a ball up above his head, he would take his paddle and he would put it up and he'd almost like be waving it at you, taunting you. And then you would make a move and he would just wrist flick it harder than most people would hit overheads. And those badminton players, that high-level badminton skill is dangerous in pickleball.
Speaking of facilities, congratulations, Pickleball Club, and that Sarasota Bradenton area makes its grand opening over the past week. Don, we know you're very involved in that, and what a facility that is.
It was absolutely incredible. We had the VIP grand opening the day before on Tuesday morning, and then the grand opening for members that night. And it is an absolutely beautiful indoor pickleball facility, one of 15 being built through Florida. The next one coming to Port St. Lucie, Bonita Springs, Fort Myers, Venice, Pinellas County, all over the state of Florida. So
Jack Sock in the far court, Naveen Beasley in the near court. Jack Sock has been often injured lately in the world of tennis. Chatter that perhaps today is the beginning of what is going to be a slow transition to pickleball. Just one event he's committed to, that's this one. But there could be more to come, and a potential Major League Pickleball draft on the horizon for Jack Sock.
I asked him that tough question in our interview, and he kind of was like,
Here we go.
we're going to calm down a little bit on the heavy 2024 schedule.
Here we go, Jack Sock, Naveen Beasley. Let's go.
Point. 1-0. Side up.
If you're just joining us, Naveen Beasley victorious by a wide margin over James Ignatowich. First round upset here from Charlotte.
Side up.
So it's a battle of the 20 seed and the 29 seed. Beasley trying to make his mark. Biggest pickleball match of his life.
Side up. Zero, one. Side up.
That one just long. Both players trying to settle in here.
1-0. Side up.
Sock was victorious in round one over Anton Goods. Took that match in 2 games. Very impressive. Showed his wide array of shot making.
0-1.
Shots just like that.
Well, and there's that forehand cut that Sock is so good at. And what he does is when he hits this cut too, it pulls that player, his opponent, off court.
Side up. Zero, one. Point.
Little long on the backhand volley from Sock, and Beasley ties it up.
1-1. Side out.
So Beasley coming across the country from Los Angeles. Sock, meanwhile, located right here in Charlotte.
Sock was about to say, wait a second, I thought that was sitting on that line. Beasley initially called it out, but does drop.
2-1. Point.
And now adds 2 to make it 3-1.
3-1. Side out.
Nice ball right there from Beasley, deadening up the backhand volley.
1-3.
Oh.
Side up.
Such a good forehand cross court here from Jack Sock as he kind of hoods that paddle over and pulls it across his body.
Point.
Again, that block too isn't easy for Beasley trying to block cross court because Sock's putting so much spin on it. He has to kind of hood his paddle over to block that down.
Take a look at Jack Sock's pickleball serve. His tennis serve clocked as high as 140 miles per hour. So take that out of his arsenal here in this game.
A lot less here on the pickleball court.
Had a good showing thus far. Having fun here at Lifetime.
1-5.
Leading 5-1 here in game one.
Side out.
Oh, skims over that tape
Side
and heads out.
Beasley kind of having a laugh because it almost caught him in the right shoulder.
1-5.
And the winner from Sock.
Side out.
And again, that's something that's tough right there. Sock's not going to miss that. So any ball up like that, he's going to be very calm and put that ball into an open area. Not too much pressure.
Side out.
Keep in mind, 2 Olympic medals have been won by Jack Sock as well.
1-5.
So many wonder whether pickleball will one day be an Olympic sport.
Side out.
Beasley visibly upset with himself right there. That's a ball he has to make on a flat return. A rare flat return from Jack Sock.
Point. Six, 1.
That's just a little wide. Side out to Beasley, trailing by 5.
6.
Oh, best shot thus far for Naveen.
Well, that's the counter of Sock's spin right there. If Beasley tries to pull that across his body, that ball is going to sail wide because of the spin. But he counters it and goes back inside out.
Side up.
When you watch the Jack Sock volley, it's a timing mechanism with Sock right there. You hear the stomp of his foot at the same time he volleys that. It's a timing mechanism where he's getting his foot down while he hits. That's a good ball right there, but again, it's that timing mechanism, right? He does that probably more than likely with his tennis volley too, setting the foot down. It's just like a hitter too. Get that foot down before contact in baseball. Same kind of concept there with Jack Sock on the volley.
7, 2.
Sure, before this game's over, we'll hear it again.
Point.
And now 8-2, 6-point
Timeout.
lead
Receiver.
for Jack
Scores
Sock.
8-2.
And a timeout on the court. Jack Sock, I think his response when asked about expectations for this event, he said, singles, I'm going to give it my best shot. With Tyson, I got to figure out where I'm best, right or left, and where we're best clicking. And then if we don't win with Leigh Waters by my side, it's clearly my fault, he said. She is just an incredible athlete.
Well, and that was one of my questions that I posed earlier in the week was, where is Sock going to be side of the court, right? And so typically if he's playing with Leigh Waters as the male dominant player, he's going to be on the left. But I think with McGuffin, he's going to be on the right. So it'll be interesting to see. And I'm just guessing where they're going to be playing side by side. But again, if he's going to be playing right side with McGuffin and maybe left side with Leigh Waters, it'll be fun to see kind of how he adjusts side to side. He's getting a little coaching there from his team, and McGuffin is one of those players over there.
So Naveen Beasley on center stage here on the Carvana PPA Tour.
Time in.
Trailing here in game 1. Oh, just mistimed the jump.
And again, a perfect spot to lob as Sock goes up over the left shoulder to the deep corner of Beasley. That's his backhand.
9, 2.
Makes it very difficult to do anything with.
Let, reserve. 9, 2.
Oh, just a monster forehand from Sock.
Just too good right there. He's dialed in on that forehand. And here's that spot, right? And it's up over the left shoulder of Beasley on that lob from Sock. Perfectly placed.
Side up. Two, 10. Side up.
Just drops it right behind him, and now another game point coming up for Jack Sock. He has been impressive here in this first game. How about 3 lobs in a row? Make it 4. Beasley finally with a finish.
He started it with a lob serve. He's having a lot of fun out there right now.
2, 10. Side up.
Great angle created there from Sock. And again, it's about setting the angle early on his paddle. He doesn't really do too much with the volley, but he sets the angle early.
Just wide. Now One of the things you notice immediately when you watch him on a pickleball court, he covers a lot of ground. Got great length. When he really gets comfortable in the singles game, Dom, I think he is going to be a really tough out.
No, you're exactly right. His athleticism is unparalleled, and he covers court so well because of his size, too.
And he's got some shot-making skills to go with it. 11-2 in game one. Jack Sock looking more and more at home here on the pickleball court in Charlotte.
There's the ball.
If you were the last person on Earth, if there was no one bigger, stronger, or faster, would you still push yourself? Of course you would. Because once you start, you can't stop.
To make it to the game, it takes dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
We welcome you back to Charlotte, North Carolina. Drew Felios alongside Dom Catalano. So excited to have you with us for our coverage of the OS1st North Carolina Open presented by Intralinks. Jack Sock in the near court, Naveen Beasley in the far court. Down a game.
1-0.
It's that movement and those angles that are going to make him a force to be reckoned with.
It is, and also his demeanor, like how calm he is. He doesn't get pressured too much.
0-1.
He's just calm, easy, setting angles early.
Side up.
He understands the angles of the game, and that comes from his doubles tennis background. You have to understand those angles, where to put a ball. Sock understands that early, and it's showing.
1-0. Side up.
Of course, we've seen another tennis star, Sam Querrey, transition in the sport of pickleball.
0-1. Side up.
That development has been maybe a little slower than we all expected.
And Sam is getting better week in and week out. We saw from the first two MLP events,
1-0.
he's getting better.
Side up. 0-1. Point.
Another winner from Jack Sock altogether. Do you expect more from Querrey in the future, or do you think maybe he has hit that ceiling?
No, do not believe he's hit a ceiling yet at all. I think there's so much more there too. Just going to come over time, development, and him continuing to play more events.
2-1. Side out.
Side out now, going back to Beasley.
1-2.
Oh, wow.
Side out.
2 instances on that foot we talk about. You can hear the stomp. Boom on the first volley, boom on the second volley. His timing is so good right now. He's getting more and more dangerous every point he plays.
Yeah, that confidence starting to build.
You get McGuffin over there in his corner going, okay, that's enough, big guy, because eventually we could meet in a gold medal match.
3-1.
Oh, able to attack, getting just over that tape.
Not once did he ever seem panicked throughout that point, even when Beasley had control. Total control by Jack Sock. Beautifully done.
4-1. Side out.
Side out now, back to Beasley. Sock in firm command thus far.
1-4. Point.
Yeah, ball skipped right off the line on the Beasley serve.
2-4. Side out.
I cannot wait to watch him in doubles play tomorrow with Leigh Waters by his side, how he adjusts to high-level doubles play here on the Carvana PPA Tour is going to be something to savor. And there is Sock again, just mixing it up beautifully.
The shot-making ability here of Jack Sock. Watch him just pull this ball back across court, control it, good shape. But again, too, he's not overhitting anymore like he was very early in the first match.
Side out. Side out.
Mentioned Ben Johns not present here in Charlotte. Also, J.W. Johnson not competing in singles.
5-2.
That certainly has a big effect on the draw.
Point.
Jack Sock now out to a 6-2 lead.
6-2.
Beasley finally able to put it away.
That's the first ball I think we've seen Sock completely extend on, or had to extend on right there. Flips it back up, but
2-6.
Beasley with the big overhead.
Oh,
Side out.
Beasley nearly ran into that video board.
Sock with the ever so easy forehand drop. Beasley go down.
So many abrupt lateral movements, and this game really puts a lot of demand on the body, doesn't it?
Well, especially in singles. These guys got to cover a lot of court, get from sideline to sideline quickly, plant, get back.
Point. Timeout, receiver.
And you hear the timeout from Sayan Hunter, our official. Benjamin Davis also officiating this match. Hope you're enjoying it thus far. 11-2, 8-2, Jack Sock over Naveen Beasley. If you're wondering about Beasley, he was dominant over James singles, though, in quite some time. So, again, proving it's not an easy thing that you can just jump right back into.
No, it's definitely not. Again, and he obviously struggled against Beasley. Beasley, you know, coming out of that qualifier, relatively unknown. We've seen Beasley before, but again, playing through that qualifier, those qualifiers are very tough to play against because these guys are new to the sport, but it's not because they're new, or because they're new doesn't mean that they don't have the skill.